Welcome to the DMZ. Today, we got new information regarding in-depth details for all the new features that are coming to DMZ in Season 3. Now, the first thing that they're going to tell us about is the barter system, you guys. Now, the barter system is actually way better than we thought it was. It looks like they kind of undersold it when they first told us because they didn't give us that much information. But this is how it works. So, across every exclusion zone, all buy stations will have a new option in addition to buying gear and weapons for cash bartering. This is where you use recipes which give instructions to your operator, including a component list in order to build new equipment that can be used to your current situation. All right. In other words, bartering is where you exchange items for others, right? So you're going to have this list of components. You're going to have to go and collect those components, bring them back to the bartering station, and then fit those in, and you're going to get said item back that you are looking to craft. Now, at the start of Season 3, some bartering recipes will be available for most of the new plate carriers and backpacks detailed later. We'll talk about that in a minute. Kill streaks, self-revives, and keys, you guys. Keys is a big one, all right? However, each exclusion zone has its own set of barter options across its buy stations, adding one more additional element to fully exploring everything in the DMZ. So what does this mean? What this means is that every store is going to have its own set of recipes. So you're going to have to go to different ones and figure out what those recipes are. Hopefully those are static. Those stores never move and they kind of stay in the same place. So you can, remember exactly what store you need to go to get what items. Hopefully they do something like that. If it's random, that's going to be a little tricky, but we'll have to wait and see. It also says there are dozens of item trade combinations that will launch with Season 3, meaning anyone can memorize these recipes, share them with squad mates, and search for specific items to load up on loot. Given these recipes range from operated items like bomb drones and self-revive kits to other important keys and items, the barter system is ready to help operators stock up on those harder to find items and reward them for scavenging efforts. All right, you guys. So that's amazing. We might be able to craft a GPU, we might be able to craft a blowtorch, we can craft armor vests, craft backpacks. So we don't have to actually spend, 30 grand and stuff like that. So really cool features here, you guys. They go back over the contraband workbench. There's really nothing to see here outside of the fact that the contraband workbench is, you can kind of tell in this picture, isn't connected directly to the store. It's actually some feet away from it. It's its own bench, which I think is super cool. Then they talk about active duty operator slots, you guys. We already know a lot about this as well. These are super cool. You're going to have your characters. You're going to start with 3. You'll be able to load them up with their exfil streak perks. You'll be able to load them up with a backpack, kill streak, armor plate, gas mask, self-revive, all that good stuff, right? Then here comes another big one. New equipment, plate carriers, backpacks, and a rebreather. All right, you guys. So new backpacks, secure and scavenger. Okay, check these out, you guys. Secure backpacks, as the name suggests, secures items between runs. All right, this means that we can take any item out of the DMZ and bring it back in with a secure backpack. It's insane, you guys. This is something we definitely wanted, and they expanded just that much further on the inventory system outside of the game. So this is a huge deal, you guys. This adds a lot to the extraction, looter, shooter genre, and that's kind of how we all wanted it to be. Now, the way this works is this means that those non-contraband, non-on-soldier items are secured in your inventory and don't convert into XP upon extraction. Plus, items in a secure backpack are kept to the active duty soldier if they are eliminated in an extraction zone. Now, this part I'm actually a little confused about. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. This almost sounds like maybe if you have a secure backpack on and maybe you died in exfil, you still keep those items. I don't really understand how that would work because you'd think you'd have to keep the secure backpack. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see exactly how that works. That one's a little bit confusing. Now, most likely this is one of the biggest game changers in DMZ alongside the active duty operator slots, which also means that Activision Call of Duty, they know that the biggest game changers are when we're able to take items out of the DMZ. So I honestly expect in like seasons 4, 5, 6, etc. for this to just get even better, you guys. Though we'll have to wait and see. Now, for the secure backpack, even if you lose one important mission item, it will still be there with a secure backpack. And remember that there is a barter recipe for it too. So you can get the secure backpack, you can go do the barter, store up on a bunch of stuff, and leave the DMZ with it. Now, as for scavenger backpacks, these take out the third weapon slot usually found in medium and large backpacks and add additional item slots. Perfect for completing missions when there are a ton of valuable items that you need to be picked up. I think that's amazing. That's one of the things I wanted them to do. Right now, you guys already got to see a little bit of it down here. All right, here's something else. New plate carriers, tempered, revive, comms, and stealth. All right, this is going to be amazing, you guys. So the top left one here, we have tempered. All right, now tempered is pretty simple. If you played WARZONE 1, you'd know how it works. Tempered is an armor plate vest you put on that converts a 3-plate vest into a 2-plate vest, but the 2-plate vest is just as good as the 3-plate, has just as much health. It's just that you can slot, quicker because you only have to put 2 plates in, and you can use less plates as well. So super valuable item. Then we get to the revive one. Now, the revive works like this: a 3-plate medic vest grants both faster revives on squad mates as well as faster self-revives when using a self-revive kit. Now, I do wonder if this will work with a self-revive gun. They don't say it right here. All around, a helpful vest, but especially great for those who find themselves as the squad's medic. I know personally, I would love to use this one. I love saving people, so this is a huge thing for me. Now, the next one we have is a 3-plate comms vest. That's this one right here, right? This vest is like a signal booster that has a few benefits. First, it increases the duration of all UAV technology, guys. That's huge. That goes from kill streaks, UAV towers, and enemy radios dropped by AI, right? It also makes them function as an advanced UAV. Now, that part, if a lot of you know, isn't actually a good thing per se, because in DMZ, that makes it so you can't distinguish between AI and player, but maybe they make a change to the advanced UAV and actually make it advanced, because right now it's kind of a downgrade, right? We'll see. Could be something in the patch notes, something juicy about that, all right? Now, as another bonus though, this is huge for us solo players. As another bonus, this vest also gives you an audio cue when an enemy operator is close by, right? This is like an auditory version of the high alert perk. If you guys have ever seen the high alert perk, it kind of like flashes your screen when somebody's looking at you. This will just notify you in your headphones, when somebody's nearby, which is huge for anybody, but especially a solo player, right? You want to avoid operators, right? This vest is a way to do that. Lastly, we have the stealth plate carrier. Now, one thing I noticed about these plate carriers is they didn't call the stealth plate carrier a 3-plate. They just call it the stealth plate. So the stealth plate might have the downside of being like a 1-plate or a 2-plate vest, because its benefit is that it comes built in with the ghost perk, you guys. Keeping you off enemy radars, built for those times when keeping a low profile is essential to the mission. I think this is also absolutely amazing for solo players especially. This is huge. Even if it is only a 2-plate or 1-plate, the value that this could give you when you need to go into certain hot areas and do some missions, this could be huge, you guys. Absolutely amazing. Then we have the rebreather field upgrade. Basically, this is a field upgrade that you're going to be able to take with you, and you can use it to breathe underwater for extended periods of time. That also makes me think that they might start putting some really cool stuff underwater, but we'll have to wait and see what they do. Next, they're also going over the skeleton key, you guys. Now, those familiar with the phrase know that a skeleton key can unlock nearly any door in DMZ. The only exception is getting in the Building 21 access key, which we already know, that's no big deal. Just go to an airdrop, you'll get yourself a B21 access key. Although you cannot earn a B21 deployment, you can open every door that requires a key card or key in Building 21 or other exclusion zones. So I don't know how rare these are going to be, guys, but this is going to be one of those items we are going to want to hunt down, which I think is super awesome. And when you have it, you're not going to want to lose it. I do wonder if it's going to have charges. I don't think they'd make it infinite. That would be too powerful. But will it be like 1 charge, 2 charge, 3 charges? I think 1 charge is probably the route they're going to go with it, because it's the best key in the game. I also wonder, are we going to be able to craft these, or do we have to find them? I kind of hope we have to find them, because we're already going to be able to craft keys that we want. But to create a key like this would be a little strong. Either way, I'm excited to see it come. They also talk about what's to expect with new missions. So season 3 of DMZ will not reset your mission progress. I told you guys, they're sticking to their word. They said they weren't going to reset them ever again. All right. That's what they said. They'll find new creative ways to expand progression by doing things like adding a new faction available to all players. So this is not like Crown, you guys. Crown, you have to own the multiplayer for. Dumb idea. I hope they change that in the future. Whatever. But this new one is free, you guys, for everybody. No strings attached. They're going to give us the first 3 tiers at launch and the next 2 tiers mid-season. Now, one more thing about DMZ activities. Remember that missions are not the only thing to accomplish in DMZ. The new bosses, as well as something completely redacted happening mid-season, are sure to give even more challenges and rewards to all operators. So it definitely sounds like the new bosses have rewards according to this, and we're getting something mid-season probably related to some type of event. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. That's going to be pretty cool. Lastly, you guys saw me briefly mention this, the supply run contract. So most operators who play Battle Royale know about the supply runs, but now these contracts are coming to DMZ and they are similar in name only. A supply run is a great contract for gearing up when your active duty operator is brand new. Think of it as a low stakes safe cracker, right? Instead of iron safes, all your operator needs to find is wooden crates. All items there are free for the taking. So really good regain mission there, guys. Really good. This part is huge, you guys. Birds in the sky, new vehicle, and an exfil option. All right, so the heavy chopper is back. If you guys played Battle Royale, you would have seen that we actually could drive exfil choppers early in, but it was terrible, so they took it out. But they're going to add these to DMZ. And in DMZ, you won't just be able to drive them. They're going to come empty on gas, and you're going to have to find special gas exclusive for the heavy chopper that you can then fill it up and drive this thing. Now, on top of driving this thing, the way that this thing works is if you take this exfil chopper and you drive out of bounds, you will then be able to exfil. A countdown will happen and you will exfil. Sounds scary, I know, because normally when you go out of bounds, you die and you lose everything, right? But that's how this thing is supposed to work. We'll see if it's buggy or not. I don't know. I'm skeptical. I'm not going to be the first one to try it. Let me tell you that. I'll let somebody else. Anyway, once topped off with its fuel, the heavy chopper can fly around the map and even outside the boundaries, which is how you can exfiltrate at any time for free. Super cool, you guys. The other thing, and this is amazing for solo players and everybody in general, but the new other feature here is a buy station item known as a private exfil. Now, some of you guys might know or kind of heard about this because there was a leak a while back talking about something like this that somebody had like found in game accidentally or something. Once bought, an exfil will be available on an unused exfil point for that match on the map. Consider it as an extra escape route if needed, especially during prisoner rescue contracts. Now, I'm really curious if the way this thing works is if it's like a hostage rescue mission where it sits there and waits the whole time because other people could camp it, or do you have to go and call it? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Either way, more exfil options are a really big deal and they're going to help everybody, you guys. And driving the heavy chopper, that could just be fun, honestly. After that, they talk about upgrading to Modern Warfare 2 to get awards in Warzone 2. Nothing we need to worry about, but there's one thing that isn't mentioned in this, but it's mentioned in their other blog, which talks a bit about plunder. In that blog, it is confirmed, you guys, one-shot snipers are coming back, but it does seem they put a little bit of balance around them because they mentioned that with these one-shot snipers, they're only going to one-shot under certain conditions and with certain attachments. So super excited. Hope you guys appreciate this. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Helps the algorithm, helps me, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.